What's up, everyone? It's Willette with Urbex and Coasters, and today I am in Zator, Poland to ride roller coasters. And no, I'm not at Energylandia. I'm at Zatorland. So this is very close to Energylandia. If you're gonna come to Energylandia, I do recommend taking some time to come here. I will warn, open this place because school groups do like to come here. So open this place, you can get the credits out early. But let's talk about the first credit that they have here. They have this thing. It's my first hamster wheel. And this one does have fins on that little bunny hill there. There are fins on that to make it flip like a free spin. And you know, this is a good way to do a family coaster where you have a bunch of family cars, and then you have one that's like a 4D free spin that's gonna flip like that, and that fin does give you a flip every time over that. So pretty cool for my first hamster wheel SBF. So I tried both the hamster wheel and the back spinning car. Got the back spinning car unbalanced, so it had some spin to it, more forceful than the standard SBF spinner layout that you might find down the road at Energylandia, honestly. Like, it's weird that a park that has rides like Zadra, like Hyperion, would have an SBF spinner as well, but you know, the one here is better than the ones there as far as SBF spinners go. And of course, we've also got to pick up the worm. It's a standard wacky worm, nothing special about it, but that spinner, definitely worth coming to this park for. Gonna show off some of the figures they have here. I mean, this place definitely tries to present themselves as educational. I know they have a dino walkthrough that we're not gonna do because we've got Energylandia right here, so we're gonna be going to the real park of Zator. But I mean, these insect animatronics were right here, so I figured I'd show them all. First, dragon-themed Vekoma family suspended coaster with that layout. And it's not Dragonflyer at Dollywood. Never would have guessed that. But as for the actual ride experience, I'd say this is pretty good. It's not super intense, but it does have a little bit of intensity on some of those turns. I would say it's, of the family suspended coasters I've done, I would say this is the best Vekoma family suspended coaster. I'd put this over Phoenix at Dino's. So my second new gen SLC after Great Nor'easter with Roller Coaster Mayan back here. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Like, these new gen SLCs are no joke. They run smooth. They run intense, especially through those corkscrews at those final two inversions with those corkscrews. This one doesn't run quite as fast as Great Nor'easter, and it doesn't have the near misses that Great Nor'easter has, but I'd say this is an easy pick for my second favorite SLC that I've done. So here at Energylandia, they do have a glorious, I believe it's Chance, Ferris wheel that has air conditioning in it. So it has the air conditioned gondolas like the ones in Kansas City that we featured, like the one on the Niagara Skywheel. You get a glorious view of Zadra from up here. Look at that. The stall, the best force that gives is the lateral jolt out of it, I feel like. Gotta get more rides on Zadra. Gotta get a more optimal ride than row 4. My 550th credit though, so that's really cool. And there's Hyperion, the glorious new gen Intamin Hyper. I'd say it's pretty comparable to Skyrush in terms of forces, but the drop isn't as good. It is a more complete ride though. It's like Skyrush and Conda, sort of, if that makes sense. But there's a look at Hyperion, and it's a great ride. So there's your glorious look at Hyperion from this wheel. So just got a back row ride on Abyssus, and this might be a little bit of a hot take, but remember, I got row 4 on Zadra. Gonna get some Zadra re-rides. right now, that's number 2 in this park. So, Zadra, earn your place as one of the universally accepted top 2 in this park. So, thoughts on day 2 here at Energylandia. Got 2 more laps on Zadra towards the back. And, I mean, I'd say it did live up to at least beating Abyssus to be the number 2 ride in the park. I would say it at least lived up to that. I'd still put it at number 2 in the park, and I'd put Hyperion at number 1 because I do find that to be the more intense ride. I will say though, after 2 days in this park, you know, only 3 rides on Zadra and Hyperion, you know? And it's not like it's because they have that obnoxiously long lines, although they do have longer lines than what we planned for because there have been school groups here, which, you know, that sucks. But they have obnoxiously long queues. They do not allow re-rides under any circumstances, even if it's the end of the night and they are sending out the trains half empty. It is absolutely obnoxious. The operations at this place, they need to change. The queues, they need to be not as long. I don't know if it was some government mandate from the government funding that they were getting that they had to make people exercise, but those queues are not good. It's like the queues are longer than the rides most of the time. Like Zadra, that's 1.3 kilometers of track, and I'd be willing to put money down that the queue walk is longer than the track length. So that is something that very much needs to be addressed, and needs to be addressed quickly, especially since they've lost a lot of that government funding anyway. So, you know, if it is something that the government is saying about they want people to exercise, why should they be following that at this point? They should make it so that the queues are more bypassable when there aren't people in them, because it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of walking that you have to do to go around those queues.